quite happy for it to finish in a group like this.
1971, Chris, I think Konkina of Russia was the winner of the world title. And if you want to go back further than that, well, you're looking at something like about 1967, 68.
I don't think it's going to happen this year either, to be honest with you.
Antashina's going to get picked up this time. She's going to get picked up this time, definitely.
Well, it is Italy this time, and I've definitely got it right this time. They are driving up the finishing straight, and guess who's in the shadow? Well,
Great Britain, they never miss a trick, do they? It's not Pooley, though.
No, it's not on this occasion, but we've got it covered.
Antashina's freedom is about to be ended. It is. There we are. They're back together. So Antashina's got company. There's the bell. Music to their ears as they cross the line. And it's an attack by Catherine Williamson. Williamson of Great Britain then right up there with the leaders. It was Cantelli that crossed the line first, and Williamson second, and gathering herself for an attack. Antashina was third over the line that had been leading, and I can tell you right up there was Emma Pooley in 9th spot, and Nicole Cook right in contention as well, 14th. These are all in the same group. So we're into the concluding 15.9 kilometres, and Great Britain have got a brilliant chance.
Well, Catherine Williamson's hanging in that wheel. Antashina could not stick the pace. As we said earlier, this is a 1 in 10 up this finishing straight, so it's not flat by any means. But Catherine Williamson quite happy to just sit in the wheel there, and they've got a reasonable gap there, maybe 5-6 seconds already.
They have. So this Yorkshire lass from Whitby, not afraid of reputations, had 1 or 2 gutsy rides this year, is now going away. What a move this is. And she's got Naomi Cantelli with her, the former silver medal winner in the Road Time Trial Championship. So this brace of riders have distanced themselves. It's not a lot, but it's a great opportunity as we're now into the final lap.
It also means that Emma Pooley does not have to do the chasing. She's not responsible. I wonder where Cantelli is actually going to ride with Williamson on her wheel, because I don't think Catherine Williamson will be contributing much to pacemaking. Does Sheena come back there?
She'll just be content to be there, but she will actually disrupt the efficiency of this working trio, waiting for her bigger players from the team like Pooley and Cook and Armitstead. But Antashina, you are right, has come back up. So we've got this leading 3 now of Cantelli, Williamson of Great Britain, and Antashina of Russia.
About 4 seconds lead now, if that. It's
very slender.
I don't think the desire is there to keep it going. If 2 out of 3 aren't working, well, I think Cantelli's going to wait.
But look at the size of the group, Chris. Everybody's been talking about the severity of this course, but it's still quite a big bunch.
I'd be very surprised if we didn't see some counters now, but obviously the Dutch team have spotted that could happen, so they're back to the front to keep the pace high, and that's going to prevent anybody attacking.
So it's playing very, very nicely into the hands of Marianne Vos here. And Vos is in imperious form. She's going to take some stopping if they enter that finishing funnel, and it comes down to a sprint.
And the 2 Dutch riders will drive into this climb as well. They'll try and keep the pace high to discourage attacks long enough that nobody can get a sizable gap.
14.2 kilometres remaining. Now the climbing specialists have certainly got to do some damage this time. And if they can establish the gap on the ridge, they've got to keep the screw turned and increase that lead on the final hill, because what is happening, they're getting picked up too quickly.
Well, I think this is how it's going to stay now to the bottom of that climb. This is what happens. The Dutch riders will keep the speed high enough that it's very difficult to actually attack much faster than the front riders are going, so everybody is forced or trapped in place and just got to wait until they hit the bottom slopes.
So that's the hairpin that virtually turns them back on themselves, and it is a long, long, thin line now as they're heading towards the foot slopes of the penultimate climb of this World Championship race. They've been out there for over 3 hours now, slugging it out, and we still have got no idea who's going to win this.
Well, there's exactly 35 riders in this lead group, so I think it's safe to say it's definitely going to come from them.
So it's about 88 riders then have gone for the early shower, as now Holland are reinforcing their intentions They are bringing themselves right to the front here in team time trial formation, keeping the pace high, working for Marianne Vos. And I think that's Vos probably coming up on the outside now.
Well, she needs to be behind her teammates so she can give them instructions. Pooley back in 6th place. That's as far back as we've seen her, I think, in the last 50 kilometres. And the British team too coming together near the head of her furs.
Boya Skyer is there, number 59. And then there is Jenny Longo. She's still in the shake-up here. Longo, then the woman who's won 4 world titles. In fact, she may even have won more than that. Is right there in the peloton at the back, but she's there.
I'd be surprised if we don't see her have some kind of a stab, just to let everybody know that, hey, I'm still here.
I did Longo a disservice, actually. She's won 5 World Road titles, the most ever won. And Yvonne Reinders of Belgium is the 2nd highest with 4. So that is her career underlined for you.
Lost fantastically placed there. 3 of her team on the front driving away. She's got the main competition just in front of her, and she's riding back.
Johansson lurking about 6 back as well, Chris. 5 in fact. Johansson, another one of the dangers. Pooley, as you can see. 4
riders there, the British team together. That's
very
a fantastic sight to see.
It certainly is.
They're talking now, obviously deciding what they want to do. Pooley knows that this next section is the only chance she's got. And maybe she's deciding to lay it down for the team.
Attack on the right here now. This is definitely an attack by Italy. They've got the Skoda sign down there. Sleeve. Italy now beginning to have a crack. This is where it hurts. This is where the legs begin to sting and the chest burns. Italy having a go on the front. Immediate reaction just behind by Holland.
Well, this is the place to do it, really, because nobody wants to give any energy away before they get to the climb, because you know you can pay. But if you know that you're going to get distance on the climb, well, this is the last card to play. So very difficult decisions to make there.
And not good to see that Great Britain are not right up there on the pace. But I can't imagine they're going to be too far away. But it is Italy having a go. Holland just behind. And we're trying to wait to see if we can confirm the number of the rider in the middle there. Waiting to see also who's doing the chasing to get back. But the pressure is certainly on. It's been applied big time now.
Well, these are the times when you really need to know the hierarchy of your team, because it may decide that we've got 3 people who can win, say with the British team, but when you get yourself under pressure and you find yourself momentarily on the back foot, you've got to know who it is that's going to rectify the problem.
Lithuania were involved in that little skirmish. Holland, Lithuania and Italy were the ones involved, and they're still at the front, content to keep their foot down hard on the pedal.
It's Pooley it was who closed that gap then, so she's obviously decided to sacrifice for the team if the need arises.
Yeah. Lithuania, remember, they've got Pukin Skaita in their team, very strong. Vesnia Skaita also, 2 seasoned campaigners on the world circuit. Haven't seen too much of them in the race, but they were there then.
Well, now's the time to start showing your face for the big riders, and let the teams do the work. Stay hidden away, and this is the moment where you've got to come to the fore.
And they're certainly going to grimace when they take this little turn that'll line them up for the run to the steepest part. 10.8 kilometers to go. It's getting ever nearer the finish, just over 6 miles, and you've got to keep asking yourself the question, who's going to cover themselves in glory? Italy it is, Lithuania and Holland right up there as we come to the back of the peloton for a change here. It's the rider from Holland that's in trouble. It's not Vos, is it? No, it's Van Vleuten. Yes, Van Vleuten with the problem. One of the workers then for Marianne Vos.
It couldn't have come at a worse moment in the race for them.
No, that'll weaken the chances then of Vos, because Van Vleuten was one of the chosen riders to try and lead her out. Then she's lost her because she will not get back. There is not enough time. Van Vleuten will be chasing all the time. Another rider going backwards here, right to the wheels, like one of the Italians was going back as quick as the riders at the front were going forward. Now then, this is where it starts to elevate itself, and you can see riders from Great Britain right at the front. Cook is there, Nicole Cook and Pooley and Armitstead, 3 in a line, all near the front. This is tremendous news as they're getting ever closer then to the steeper part. 3 riders in with a chance, and remember, we've been talking Cook up big time for the sprint. In fact, there are 4 from Great Britain there.